Racing. Great start. Caught them in a perfect line before Blue Lagoon was snagged back to the tail end of the field. Diablo Lad bustled out very quickly with 5 down and Sports Talk. They were the first trio to get going from Henry the Aviator. Over on the inside on patrol and about to be joined going up in the middle. The favourite Red Tory is next. Nice and handy as the speed comes off. Just Famous. SOLDANELLE has to be taken hold of, and easing back near the inside last in a very compact affair is Blue Lagoon. You could throw a towel over them as they come down the river side of the track behind 5 down. At the 800, 5 down, a length and a half, Henry the Aviator. Third the rail is Diablo Lad, a length away. Then on the outside next Sports Talk, travelling 3 wide just in front of Red Tory. The rails on patrol, then Just Famous. SOLDANELLE still caught up behind those, and last is Blue Lagoon. Nearing the home turn, they race along to the 500, and 5 down breaks clear. It's 5 down going for home. Garth on the turn, led by 2 Henry the Aviator. Diablo Lad. Now Red Tory's back in the middle, being hunted along on patrol, trying to push out now around heels. Sports Talk, Just Famous and Blue Lagoon at the 200 mark, and Henry the Aviator comes at 5 down. 5 down Henry the Aviator, and SOLDANELLE starting to weave her way through the traffic. Here comes SOLDANELLE with a brilliant run in the middle. SOLDANELLE wins again. Brilliant win, great ride. Beat home Henry the Aviator. Close up on patrol, probably third from Blue Lagoon. In behind them, next of all, Diablo Lad, Sports Talk, Just Famous back with Red Tory, who hasn't flattered at all. The pacemaker 5 down, dropping out in the last little bit and pulling up quickly with those. SOLDANELLE, slashing win. The imported French mare has now won 2 in a row. Her last 3 runs have been exceptional. Ridden back, cold. She needed room. Stephen Parnham in fabulous form and just scythed his way through the traffic to get home to beat Henry the Aviator on patrol and Blue Lagoon in 1:24.65. She's got home by a neck, half a length second and third, and they've really found the key here to this daughter of Siuni, trained by Steph Vahala. She's come home in 34.88. And a terrific ride by Stephen there. He needed a little bit of luck to work his way through, but he was picking them off. He was following Henry the Aviator, getting around heels there, and drove her through the opening. She's got that awkward looking head carriage, gets it high in the air, but she has got a nice turn of acceleration, as she has shown at her last few runs. And she's now got 4 on the board from 23. And she's now been able to come back to Ascot and win this afternoon. Came here originally from France, SOLDANELLE. She's by Siuni, of course, who had stamped the mighty Amelia's Jewel here out of Fleur de Cactus for the Hanwoo Thoroughbreds. K. Sutherland, H. Chu, Mrs. J. Lewin M. Fu, and Stephen Parnham in the saddle. Second 3, Henry the Aviator by Magnus. Holly Watson for trainer Paul Hunter and on patrol. Chris Parnham for Sean and Jay Casey by War Chant. Red Tory the favourite, dropping out though, and really not doing all that much in the run to the line. So she was bitterly disappointing on the face of it all. Race 10, the Easingwold Stakes, we head to next at 4:52. It's over 1400 and a field of 8. So downstairs, Lockie about to join us here after this victory of SOLDANELLE. Down there as well is winning trainer Steph Vahala, and clearly they have unearthed the key to this mare with the patient tactics they've adopted in the last 3 starts.
Absolutely, Darren. Ridden quiet over 1,400 metres, and we're seeing the recipe for success. Steph joins me now. Steph, I know last start we were impressed with the win courtesy of that hot tempo and she was back in the field, but with the way that race was run just then, she didn't really have a right to win in the manner in which she did.
No, and also she didn't get a lot of galloping room either for a fair bit of the straight, so no, it was very impressive.
Is that just a sign of things to come now, keeping her at 1,400 metres, and she could potentially be a mare that is a really nice horse moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to the horse, she's always shown well above average ability, and we just weren't getting it out of her. now that we've worked her out, I do think she'll go through the grades pretty quick.
Talk us through that education process, I'll call it. Who was the one that really believed that she was a shorter course horse?
No, we tinkered with her for ages, and it wasn't until Brad rode her when she fibrillated, and he just said, mate, you're going about this all wrong. So he said you need to get her to relax and to breathe, and if you wanted to finish off. So we took that on board and put the crossover tongue tie combination on and took the nose roll off and just let her have that head carriage. There's no point trying to fight it, and yeah, she's happy.
Clearly, Stevie's a man riding in some form.
Amazing form. That's his treble today, and hopefully he's got one more, but no, he's on fire. His last 12 months have been unbelievable.
Very well said, well done.
All right, cheers, thank you very much.
There's Steph Fahala. Great to see this uni mare, Soldanelle, make it back-to-back wins, and here's Stevie Parnham after he's just brought up a treble.
Stevie Parnham's about to weigh in and then join us. Lockie, most punters will probably remember Soldanelle's first 1,000-metre barrier trial when she came across here to WA, and we thought, gee, what is this thing? And then obviously they tried to get her out of the staying trips, being by Siuni and being brought across from France and having staying form lines, but in the end, Steph's worked it all out. She's a get-back 1,400, 1,600 metre horse.
Yeah, for sure. She's we tried everything with her actually, because she's always worked really well, and disappointed on times where you thought she could go the races and win, and hasn't shown her best. But experimented a bit and went back to trials and just rode her this way, and she showed a really good turn of foot and replicated at race day.
Earlier on today, there wasn't a lot of room for you with Rocket Juice, and today in the home straight there wasn't a lot of room for you either.
Not really, no, but I think for her style, it probably played in her hands where she was just exposed late, and I know that she's got a good turn of foot, so she did the job well.
She's got a good turn of foot. She's also got a very strange head carriage.
She does, but let her be. She's winning races, so yeah, that's the way she is.
Don't change what's not broken. Well done, Stevie.
Thank you, Ta.
And there's Stevie Parnham combining with Steph Fahala to bring up a treble on today's program. This time he boots home Soldanelle to take out the Mrs. Max handicap. And on the other side of the break, we're going to find out from our jockeys on who their most famous person is in their phone contacts.